Colorado shooter Anderson Lee Aldridge appears dazed, bloodied in court, and bruised in his mugshot. The person accused of massacring five people in a Colorado Springs LGBTQ nightclub was badly battered and covered in bruises from the rampage in new mugshots revealed Wednesday after appearing visibly dazed in court. And to be frank, it kind of looks like he got like it kind of looks like he was like a piece of meat that constantly got forked. So, Anderson Lee Aldridge, 22, who identifies as non-binary, whether if that is true or not, and uses the pronouns they, them, was seen with huge patches of discoloration on their face and neck in the mugshots after they were subdued by two bystanders in the middle of the alleged attack at a Colorado Springs LGBTQ nightclub on Saturday. Aldridge was ordered held without bond at their first court appearance Wednesday, where they sported a beard and appeared cuffed and slouched in a chair during the video hearing with their heads slumped and resting on their shoulder as if asleep. And could the defendant please state his name? Judge Charlotte Ankeny asked. Anderson Aldrich, they replied weakly. Aldrich, who appeared bloody and bruised, sat nearly motionless during the 5-minute hearing and only spoke when prompted by two public defenders at their side in El Paso County Jail. Anderson Aldrich, did you watch the video concerning your constitutional rights in this case? The judge asked. Yes, Aldrich replied in a whisper after a lengthy pause. I don't know why, but like in this photo right here, for those that like are seeing this, is it me or does he kind of look like one of those creatures in like the Despicable Me thing? He looks like a really weird, deformed version of that. And this is, oof, dang, he got. Well, here's the thing. No matter how much forking basically happened to him, it will never really amount to the damage that he caused to other people, right? Like people lost their lives. Like that's sad, no matter which way you look at it. So, do you have any questions about those rights? The judge said. Aldrich didn't respond for several seconds before replying, no. Aldrich will likely be slapped with murder and hate crime charges, but four more charges have yet to be filed, and court records about their arrest have been sealed at the request of prosecutors. Defense attorneys requested to see the arrest records. Well, that's kind of weird. Like, why would prosecutors want to seal the court records about their arrest? That doesn't seem right. So the suspect is accused of marching into the Club Q just before midnight Saturday and spraying gunfire, killing five and wounding more than a dozen others. The alleged shooter's rampage ended when they were tackled by two people in the club who disarmed them and held them until cops arrived. Authorities haven't answered questions about a potential motive, but a hate crime charge would mean prosecutors believe they can prove bias as a motive, potentially based on sexual or gender identities of the victims. But that also gets into like a really weird situation, right? Because if it's true that this individual was basically using like they them pronouns or whatever pronouns that this dude was using, or person, I don't know. Like it'd be hard to prove like a hate crime aspect. Now I understand people wanting to do the hate crime aspect because that would potentially get you more time in prison. But the thing is like this person killed people, right? Like this person ended the life of multiple people for whatever reason, which doesn't even matter, right? Like he ended lives. Like it's just crazy. They use they, them pronouns, and for the purpose of all formal filings will be addressed as MX address, a footnote in the filing said, according to basically the public defender. And the note didn't elaborate, and it wasn't clear when the suspect began to identify as non binary. Audrey's had changed their name from Nicholas F. Brink in 2016 according to a petition filed on their behalf in Texas court. The change requested by Audrey's grandparents came just before their 16th birthday to protect himself from a father with a lengthy rap sheet, the petition stated. Minor wishes to protect himself and his future from any connections to birth father and his criminal history, the petition said. Father has had no contact with minor for several years. Well, that's pretty sketchy. Audrey's dad, Aaron Brink, is a former MMA fighter and porn actor who had been convicted of battery against Audrey's mom, Laura Volpel. Prior to the name change, Aldrich had been bullied online, with photos and taunts appearing to target then Brink, according to the Washington Post. Aldrich was arrested last year for allegedly making a bomb threat and threatening their mom. The Associated Press obtained surveillance footage showing Aldrich at their mother's door and saying, "This is where I stand. Today I die." No explosives were found, but gun control advocates are questioning why Aldrich's firearms weren't seized under the state's red flag laws, and Aldrich's next court appearance is set for December 6th. So, feel free to give your thoughts on this situation. Like, I don't really have a lot of viewpoints on this because this is just like a really sad situation. Like, I just hate to see people lose their lives for any reason. Like, it sucks, right? I like I would love it if everyone could live a very long life and really only pass away due to them living too long of a life, right? Like, for a life to end so suddenly and so quickly and so early, that sucks. By the way, if you hear some weird growling noise, it's like a really tiny puppy dog. Yeah, that just has a mouth on it. Jesus. Small dogs. I do not like small dogs.